Introducing Macintosh. It does all the things you'd expect.
The evolution of computer interfaces from text-based to graphical user interfaces, GUIs, represents a significant advancement in technology. However, these interfaces predominantly operate in a two-dimensional plane, which may not optimally engage the brain's spatial processing capabilities. The traditional 2D interfaces require a cognitive translation of spatial information to a planar format, potentially increasing cognitive load and impacting the efficiency of information processing. XR can significantly enhance contextual learning by imitating and replicating diverse learning environments. External environments, especially those stimulated in XR, can trigger specific responses in the brain, such as increased concentration when exposed to a steady space. Spatial cognition, the brain's ability to perceive and organize information in a three-dimensional context, is fundamental to human interaction with the environment. This ability is rooted in the neural architecture of the brain, particularly within the hippocampus, known for its role in spatial learning and memory. Studies indicate that similar neural networks are engaged in both real-world and virtual spatial tasks, underscoring the brain's versatile capability to process spatial information. Research in Frontiers in Psychology demonstrates that virtual environments can effectively activate these neural networks, suggesting a strong transfer potential of spatial knowledge between real and virtual experiences.
And studies have shown that there is an increase in scores when students took the exam under the same physical state as they had when they were studying. So what does that mean? That means that if you studied after drinking coffee, you should also drink coffee right before your exam, right? So you're in the same physical state. So therefore, I think immersive technologies like AR and VR could be utilized to enhance this contextual learning via contextual memory. So they allow us to imitate and replicate practically any environment in multiple times, right? So we can do this pretty much anywhere, anytime, and thus creating very rich contextual cues. And this allows us to associate information with spatial and contextual details in AR and VR experiences, and thus improve our retention of learned material. Humans are naturally known to learn by association, meaning that the context in which one learns is very important. To my understanding, the most important thing is kind of having variation in your stimuli. We are constantly surrounded by different stimuli, right? Like sound, visual stimuli, tactile, and even olfactory. And our brain, I think, tend to have a preference for multisensory stimulation, digital environment, and also physical environments, while keeping that varied sensory stimulation in mind. Can really enhance cognitive engagement and prevent just basically boredom from sensory monotony.
In comparison, 2D computer interfaces fail to evoke the emotional and cognitive responses necessary for effective learning, unlike XR environments. XR creates strong associative memory and neural pathways, as it involves more stimuli, visual, auditory, etc., leading to more robust and long-lasting learning outcomes. The brain's preference for spatial over planar processing is highlighted in studies comparing 3D and 2D learning. For instance, research from NPJ Science of Learning indicates that learning from 3D models enhances object recognition more effectively than 2D models. This is attributed to the additional depth cues provided by 3D representations, which align more closely with the brain's innate spatial processing abilities.
The way, let's say, even like the environment looks like, the sky, the color of the water, the color of the sun, or it doesn't have to be real at all. It promises a much more immersive experience. People understand information much more efficient and faster, and it's more engaging for them. It's more motivating them to learn it because this is kind of more native to them. The scrolling of the screens is coming to an end, maybe soon.
Spatial computing introduces variations in stimuli, which is crucial given our constant exposure to various sensory inputs. We are more engaged and learn better when presented with content-rich and multi-stimulatory environments. The emergence of XR technologies offer a potential solution to the limitations of 2D interfaces. By providing three-dimensional immersive environments, XR technologies, including both VR and AR, can potentially align more closely with the brain's spatial processing systems. This alignment could lead to more intuitive and efficient user experiences, as evidenced by the enhanced learning outcomes in various studies using 3D models and immersive VR environments.